nice to see everybody again after yesterday. I met many of you, and what I've learned that nobody knows about my company. So maybe I should, Arçelik, good.
I know
so
you.
We have one saint here. Okay. So Arçelik is quite a big company. It's a Turkish-based company. We have around 12 brands, and we're active in 144 countries. So you might know some of our brands. Beko sounds maybe familiar for the English audience because it's #1 in the household appliances. It's #2 in Europe, by the way, in household appliances, electronics, blah, blah, blah. So we have Grundig, maybe the German audience know Grundig from home. Usually it used to be an old TV at home, right? So now it's like completely changed and everything. We're very much into sustainability with our guts and hearts. So that's why I wanted to comment before that. So, and we've made well, I came to Arçelik 5 years ago. I did not live in Turkey before that. And I got a phone call and they said, we're going to do this big transformation. Do you want to be a part of it? I thought, and I said, yes, I want to be a part of it. And many awards and things like that, but I think one of the most things that I am proud of is okay, we got the World Retail Award of the best transformation in the world, Omni Channel transformation. But I think when Harvard Business School called us and said, okay, we want to make a case study about what you did, that was the moment that I could be the most proud person on earth, because today people in universities learn about what we've done. And apparently not a lot of us, of you heard about this. So, okay, so what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the blurry line. Oh, I have it here. So, of the online experience, and there is a blurry line going on. So during the pandemic, we're going to talk about the oxymoron. During the pandemic, I was alone in my home because we worked from home until now, and I bought a PlayStation. So for the first time in my life, I became a gamer. I didn't even play mobile games, but today I'm a real champion of FIFA 22, if anybody wants to play with me. So I'm playing football, and you know, for years I did not watch football. So, and you know what I saw there, that when I liked something, oh, I said, it's so realistic. So people in online experience look for things which are very realistic. And when you go to the offline, you want to feel the digital experience, the virtual experience. So this is the oxymoron. And we're in a different state of mind, I think. When we're online, we want realistic. When we're online, when we're offline, we want it to be virtual. So this is a crazy, messy thing. So this is something, Mayet, what was your name? You're the first one who said user. And yesterday I was here and everybody said customer, customer, customer. And there is a huge difference between a user and a customer. I know users are customers, but there are different breeds. Let me try to explain you. Yesterday there was a ING Bank. How do you call it? ING Bank. She spoke about Okay, so both works. Okay, so ING Bank was here and she told a story about a flat tire. Okay, I can tell you a story of mine, which will beat the flat tire, because when I came to Holland, to Netherlands 2 days ago, I don't know if you know how nice are the cups, the Holland cups in the borders. They're very nice. So he looks at my passport and says, wait a second. He goes. He comes back. We think your passport is fake. So, okay. So.
But was it?
Well, no. I said, listen, last week I was in Lisbon. 2 weeks earlier I was in London. It was no problem. He said, no, come with me. They take me. I wait for 45. They bring these things to check my passport, and they take it inside, and I wait for 45 minutes, and you start to think about maybe your passport is fake. so long. So this is a friction, guys, right? Will I come to Netherlands again? Well, probably yes, because I came here 20 times, like during the last 4 years. But so this is a great friction, but yet I come. So now let me tell you something. You go on Google Earth and you click Netherlands or you click Amsterdam, and it takes you to Berlin. Will you use that software or service again online? you would never use it. But I will come to Netherlands again. So there is a user and there is a customer, and you have to understand that and close the gaps. So I needed water, and they brought me. I wanted to take it before. So the offline, let's talk about the offline customer, right? The offline customer is also a breed because what does he have to do? I'm talking about my industry, but you can take it to your industries because people here are from everywhere and from every industry. But in my industry, before somebody wants to buy anything, which is household appliances, electronics, things like that. Do I put it here? Okay. So they do research first, right? You go online, you check for what you want, blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes you need to get dressed because if you're not going, let's say it's the weekend, you get dressed, you go, and you have to go. This is the offline customer. And you have to drive or ride or walk and do things like that. You have to do things to be an offline customer. If it's going to your bank, if it's going to a shop or whatever, you have to do so many things. And then you have to wait, and then you have to deal with people. You have to talk to this guy. So many things that if you think about it today, it's like a lot of waste of time, energy, stuff like that, looking for a parking spot or whatever. And somebody said it's like €6 here, and you have to pay for it. So you have to go through all these things, and still you go back. Why? Because you have something in the end you cannot have online. Okay, so let's understand what is the user. Let's talk about the user, for instance, and understand the difference between them. So we have the ruthless user, right? The users are ruthless people, and they are so ruthless. It's you, by the way. It's just a different mindset. They are so ruthless that they're sitting in their PJs, probably, or very convenient at home, and if they wait for 3 seconds, they're like, ugh, this is not working. Right? It's the same person that got dressed and drove and blah, blah, blah. But this is the user mindset. We're just not okay with anything, with any little friction that we have when we're online. So, and then we look for answers, and we don't get the answers. And because somebody decided that the content we want to have is like 10 clicks away and not immediate. Because when you're in a shop, you just ask, blah, blah, blah. But then you don't have it. And anything you do is a risk online. So you have to think this way. You should not think of a digital experience, digital customer. There is a user. So whatever you do, think about the user. This is the most important thing I can tell you. Because the user, okay, I'll give you an example again. Users are, they have a phone, right? Users, they have a phone. They're in control. They're in control of what they do any second. And they're frustrated. Do you know some leaders who are frustrated and in control? Well, we know a few. They're not very pleasant. So it's about the same. You're all like those leaders when you have the phone on you. So, okay, so I want to show you today what we've done, okay, during 1 year. So yesterday also somebody spoke about do one thing at a time sometimes, and, you know, don't wait everything to be ready. All right, fine, but you have to do very fast. Everything has to be very fast. Because of the frictions we spoke about, you might not have a second chance. Yeah. Because you have to do things very fast. So we had to do whatever you're going to see today, we did within 1 year. By the way, one of the things you're going to see today, you're going to be the first ones to see in the world because we did not show it. I think even my CEO did not completely see it. So I'm very excited about that. So you're going to have a lot of videos, so it's better for me, less talking. Sorry for the horrible music, you know. All the case videos have like terrible music, so we're going to have that generic music here. And one of the videos have horrible subtitles in English, so sorry about that. But at the end of this session, you will speak Turkish, my friends. So, okay, let's go. So when you do your online thing, you have to close the gaps. Closing the gaps. Let's talk about this. So everyone in their own industry will have to think about how am I closing the gaps between online and offline experience? Because we talked about blurring the lines, right? So how can I find the right products for my needs? And in my industry, it's about not being able to touch the products, right? I mean, when you buy a refrigerator, it's going to stand there for 10 years, and you want to feel it as much as you can. I mean, it's not going to be like a T-shirt I bought, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's fine. So, and then will it fit? Will it be right in this angle, that angle? These are the questions we had to ask ourselves. By the way, this is exactly how we work. We ask the questions and then go and get the things done according to these questions. Do not follow trends. Trends will always bring you somewhere bad. Just ask the questions and see no boundaries when you do things. And I'll show you, I'm going to give you examples how to do this. And will it fit? Will it fit my kitchen? Blah, blah, blah. These are the questions that we had to deal with to remove frictions as much as we can in the online experience. So regarding good after sales, we're not going to talk about this today. This is a topic I can talk for an hour and a half, and I told Victoria we're going to do this next year. All the self-online services, this is something we greatly believe in, and I can only tell you that this month we had, on our online services, we had 1.5 million people using it. So it works. If you do it correctly, it works. And I can tell you that it really helps our customer service phone calls being reduced, and everybody wants that, right? Because online service will cost you 0.2 cents a year, and when you have a phone call, it's going to cost you around $3 a year per person. So you want to do this correctly. Okay, so it's a whole different. Wow, I hope I have enough time for everything. I spoke a lot. So how will I choose the right product? Some of the things here you must have seen in other places. Some of the things you might see for the first time. It doesn't matter. What matters is to make it completely, holistic view. Don't do one thing. Try to do things holistically. That's what I'm trying to show. 1 year, guys. So you're going to see a product recommender here, which you might have seen somewhere else. That's fine. We did it, and I'm just going to show you how it worked for us. And plus, you don't see here is the data that we collected about our users, with their consent, by the way. So we know a bit more about them.
Dijitalleşen dünyaya Arçelik olarak öncelik gelecek şekilde Arçelik.com.tr'yi baştan aşağı yeniledik. Binlerce ürünün yer aldığı web sitemizde alışveriş deneyimini mağazadaki kadar kolaylaştırmak istedik. İnovatif bir yaklaşımla beyaz eşya sektöründe benzeri olmayan bir alışveriş deneyimi tasarladık. Nasıl mı? Gelin beraber seçelim. Beraber seçelim modülü sayesinde kullanıcılar birkaç adımda kendilerine en uygun ürünleri kolayca bulabiliyorlar. Satın almak istediğiniz ürün grubunda boyut, teknik özellikler ve yaşam stiline uygun bir seçim yapmak çok kolay. Alışveriş deneyimini bölmeden verilen cevaplar doğrultusunda doğal bir akışla kişiye özel öneri sayfası oluşuyor. Mesela yeni bir buzdolabına mı ihtiyacınız var? Evet, no frost olmalı. Buzluk üstte. Evde 2 kişiyiz. Paylaştıkları verilerle tüketicileri daha yakından tanıma imkanı yakalıyoruz ve yeni iletişim fırsatları yaratma konusunda kapıları ardına kadar açıyoruz. Soruları sürekli yenileyerek devamlı gelişen bir deneyim ortamı sunuyoruz. Sonuçlar mı? Beraber seçelim modülüyle kullanıcıların %88'i modülü tamamlayarak sonuç sayfasına ulaşıyor. Modülümüzle etkileşen kullanıcılar sayfada ortalama 6,5 dakikadan uzun zaman geçiriyor. Ürün önerisi sonrası satın almaya dönüş oranımız site ortalamasının %40 üzerinde. Buzdolabı gibi satın alma kararının zor verildiği bir kategoride öneri sonrası satın almaya dönüş oranımızsa ortalamanın %73 üzerinde. Kullanıcı dostu Arçelik.com.tr'nin Beraber Seçelim modülüyle kararsızlıklar sona erdi. Online alışveriş çok kolay hale geldi. Hadi gelin, beraber seçelim.
All right, so this is one tool that, we asked how can we help them to get better results within our page. So this helped, but this wasn't the only thing we did. So another thing is the live expert. we didn't do it because of the pandemic, so because we started a bit before the pandemics. This was everything you see here was launched around 6 months ago, and the live expert, we understood that people do want to have more information. I mean, you can do the best videos online, you can do everything, but some people, you know, you have personas, everybody has personas, right? So you have some personas that really need to talk to somebody. So we had to also cover that. So here we go. This is another case video, less time talking for me. The video is gonna talk for myself. Better English here.
Merhaba, hoş geldiniz. Arçelik'ten Cemal ben. Size nasıl yardımcı olabilirim?
Ben bir çamaşır makinesi bakıyorum aslında, onun için aramıştım.
Ben sizi efendim çamaşır makinesi reyonumuza götüreceğim.
So this is one more thing in the puzzle. So don't forget, you cannot do one thing, you can do one thing. I mean, don't misunderstand. I mean, sometimes you can't do everything at once, but you should try to do as many things as you can, because then the user, that horrible user we spoke about, it's you and me, by the way, will come back again if they feel that they got answers or everything they wanted. We'll not stop there. Okay, this you got and also on the video, so I'm going to skip. One of the things that our customers want to do is they want to know if things will fit, how will it look in my kitchen, especially, you know, well, today when you buy something for 5 years, you want it to look good as well. Well, in the old venue, because I come here quite often, we had like tables, so I thought we can do this on a table. But do you know what this is? That. Oh, it's written also in English, so AR, right? So AR really helps people to understand how it will look, will it fit? Because AR is one-to-one. If you buy a fridge, right, you can just put it in your in that area and see if it fits. And anything else, a TV, you want to see how the TV looks in your, you know, TV is like a furniture today. It needs to look good as well. So, so there were tables. I don't know if you can do this, but let's try. You need a flat surface. This is, well, I don't know if you know, but we are the company who invented the Turkish coffee machine. We're the first one to do it in the world. You need a flat area, and then you can just get close. It's like it'll sit there, and you can get close to the coffee machine, and you will see even the most. Does it work? Yes. So okay. So you will see the lines, the small, even like textures within the coffee machine.
He was over there.
So, think we have more than 150 products now. We enable it in 150 products.
Yes, put it down. I think you'll put it down.
And each new product that is coming in, we're doing the AR for it. Now, can you imagine how much it helps people to make a decision, and how much it closes the gaps again between the online and the offline experience? Because this is what we need to do. I'm happy you liked it. So
That's nice.
this
Nobody's
is
listening.
You can go.
Can you stop talking for a minute?
Yeah, we're all playing.
for the 3D, yeah?
Round.
Go for the
It's a 3D thing.
AR.
Yeah.
You will see it on the table.
Full augmented.
No, something doesn't work. I hope you're not on the 3D, right?
I am.
It's there. Okay.
No, she's going all around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go around it. You can see it
Yeah.
from behind, everything. So it really helps. Okay, I'll go on because I have few more slides. I don't know how much time I left. Do I have time? I don't know. All right, so the AR, people who used it spent 9 years within our website. I don't know if you know what it means, 9 minutes. It's a lot. It's a lot. So they are examining it, and they look at it, and then they make a decision. And look what? This is unbelievable. I mean, if you compare it to the people who don't use it and to the people who use it, so it's so important for them. So again, it's about closing the gaps. This is what you need to think. And even if you're in banking, you have this. Whatever you do, you have this. You just think about it. And don't let any limitations in your head, because the next thing I'm going to show you was not invented anywhere. It's just an idea. I don't know. No, okay, oh, this is not it. This is also important. What online people don't have is they don't know when the product will come to their homes. Okay, some companies are really good at it, like Amazon, but a lot of companies are not that good at it. So what happens is they will tell you it will come within 2 to 3 weeks, or they will tell you tomorrow morning I will put it with, I will give it to the company that, but then again, you don't know. So this is one of the most important things we've done. There is a huge system behind it that we built, but I cannot, it's another half an hour, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here about that. But today you can go, write your address. You don't even have to enter your full address. It could be a monument next to your home. It's a Google API we used. And you say, okay, when will it come? And we'll tell you within 2 days. Or 3 days, or 1 week, if it's 1 week. But usually, by the way, our products are delivered today within either 1 day or 2 days. Sometimes you can order, 45 minutes later, you have the product, and it could be a fridge. Sounds unbelievable? This is the thing. This is a whole different issue I cannot explain right now, but we're doing this. So this is something that I thought that I can show with a thing. So this is our invention. It's not the agency. I'll tell you the problem. The problem, this is a pure omni-channel experience. Big problem, because when you sell in a shop, we have a lot of things that if you buy this and you buy that, you get this for free or you get this in a discount, right? You buy the fridge, I always say fridge, but you buy TV and you buy the, I don't know, headset, and you get a coffee machine for X and Y. So in the shop, it's very easy, because by the way, it's never all of the TVs, it's some of the TVs, right? And then it's never all the fridges, it's some of the fridges. Now think about the experience. In the shop, it's easy. The guy will tell you, okay, you can choose between this and this and this. And okay, you chose this. Now let's go to the coffee machine area. Which one do you want? This is included, this is included. So you get the experience right. What about online? Think about it. Will I send you from one page in the refrigerator, and then you will add something, you will go to checkout, this is not included. You will see this one is not included. And then you will go to the coffee machine and you will choose the coffee machine you want. And, this is such a friction. I mean, nobody would go through that online because we are ruthless users, guys. This is it. So we had to do it a bit different. So this is our invention. We did not copy it. We did not. It's a small thing. But the experience goes like that. Oh, I forgot which one does. Like this. Okay. So you see, we have different types of products. You can choose them, and it comes to you, and then it shows the products that you chose. And you chose the 3 products, and here is the gift that you get. So it was very quick. I hope you got it. You don't have to go everywhere. It just like brings you everything in the same area, like a user would like to have it, like you would have it online, offline. So this is a small thing. It looks like a small thing, but it's a huge thing for users. So in your industry, think about it. What would close the gaps? Okay, so everybody knows today about metaverse because of Facebook, but we started to work on this 8 months ago, making the foundations of metaverse. Why did we do this? Because I became a gamer. And as a gamer, I understood that there is a new generation that is looking for a different experience. And they want everything realistic. And they don't want to go to a 2D dimension. They want to go into a 3D dimension. And this is where they feel comfortable. And I'm going to tell you something. And I told this to my CEO. I told him, listen, don't expect millions of people to come here now. It's not important. What you're going to see now is an experience that is built for many, many years. Because tomorrow we're going to have an assistant there. And maybe 3 years from now, you're going to come in with your avatar. I don't know. But this is something, so we always have to think a bit furthermore. So I'm just going to show you something you are the first ones in the world to see. So this is not online yet. It's going to be online within a month or two, max, I hope. But this is it. This is our Biko shop made together with our architects, okay, one-on-one, like our shops. Does it work? Let's go. And we used a startup from Turkey called Holonex. It's also very important. I give great importance to working with startups and not only huge, like, okay, we do work with Salesforce and whoever you want, but so you can go, you can see anything you want to see about the product. You can make the product open and close and see how it looks inside. And you can activate AR and see how it's in your room and see if it fits. And you have it in different, I mean, we're not going to have the whole products here, but we're going to have, it's like in the shop. So you have the shop experience for the new customer. Not much left. Do I have time? I don't know.
Yeah, but the other one ran over as well, so you still have 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that
All right.
enough?
No, yeah. I even
You can buy more, but it's expensive.
No, it's expensive. Because I'm from Arçelik now. Is it? No, you didn't know about me before.
I knew them. I worked a lot in the Middle East. Yeah.
So this is one experience. So metaverse before Facebook, guys. So yay. Okay. So okay, when you build this world, and we built it, by the way, this was ready like 6 months ago, and I said, oh, this is not enough. It's good, but it's not enough, so we have to do a bit more. So I said, let's not launch until we feel it's good. So what was missing? Kitchens were missing, because we have one kitchen here, and you know, I'm sorry, I don't want to be like a man-woman thing, but woman and kitchen, I'm sorry, I'm a kitchen guy, I cook every day, perfect cooking, but you know, you cannot show one type of kitchen and expect people to like it. So we had to do something different. So this is the addition. This is why the project is like going to be released soon and not already being released. So we had to do something else. So it's the same experience. We go in. This is the new experience. And then you get a door with a kitchen. So if you want to see the different kitchen, and then this is just being added now. So you can add the different products to your kitchen to see how it looks, and you get the price. By the way, you can buy either from this platform as well, and you can collect the items in different kitchens that might look like your kitchen, and then just buy the products at once. So I think, yeah, does it go? Is it the same video? I wasn't following, so. I think it goes again and again. So let's sum it up. I'm almost done, so if maybe somebody wants a question. So I'm just summing it up. So please think of your digital buyers as users. Use your, usually you go to UX people and you tell them, oh, okay, these are people that draw things, and blah, blah, blah, and draw experiences. No, UX is so important. And UX and CX must work together like best buddies in the world. So you have to work on that. And do give some respect to your digital people and work with them a lot more because they understand users better than anyone else within the company. And a lot of time, digital came like so late in big companies, like it's always a tail. This is something I always say, because you have to give them more stage because they're a tail. Always, like, if a company exists for 50 years, digital is like for the last, like, I don't know, really existing for the last 10 years. I mean, there was digital for 20 years, but 10 years is like, it's there. So find tech partners, think of yourself, try to understand what kind of support local. I had 2 startups, both dead, so help startups. Okay. So enhance, try to understand what the user needs, not your digital customer needs, the user needs. Ask the right questions, and most importantly, make the line blurry. So that's what I wanted to say today. Thank you.
There are still questions for you, so please go ahead.
Thanks a lot for such a beautiful experience. I have a question about the first part. This innovation with what we call in our company virtual selling, when you go with a human being in the store demonstrating the product. We start innovating similar thing with luxury jewelry and watches. But my question is the scalability. Of course, artificial intelligence is a scalable solution, but what about the scalability in this human virtual selling? It's the first question. How do you see it? And second...
one by one. Let's go one.
Yeah.
I will forget, but I don't understand the question. That's why I have to stop you.
Because
what do you mean by scalability of...
Well, you have only so many sales people on the floor who can only serve so many customers, right? So, and you cannot dedicate 100% of staff to this.
You can use this, by the way. We do have a kiosk. We have kiosks doing the same thing within the shops. I forgot to mention that.
So what is the capacity? What is the maximum capacity you can sell? I mean, how many customers can you serve with this virtual experience?
This one. Okay, so so this goes like that. Well, now we have 2 shops, 2 dedicated. It's like a dark shop, and if it goes well, if we have more people demanding it and we see that there is a queue, then we will expand it. We already have the we have it confirmed with we have it confirmed, and they allow us to do as many as we need if the online consumer requests for it.
So you scale it by just hiring extra people.
I mean, you know, the first thing when we showed this, that we want to do this, they say, oh, you have to do it within 200 shops because, you know, probably people would love it. In the beginning, we saw that a lot of people didn't, as soon as the camera turned on, they were like, okay, I don't want to do this. And suddenly, slowly, people began using this method. And I think it's an ear to mouth and getting used to it. And now people are requesting more and more. And if they want more, we'll open more places to do it, yeah. We'll do it within our real shops, by the way.
Yeah, I understand, but it has a limitation by the resources you have. And the second question, because you've seen the conversion, 278%, right? Do you also set a target for this virtual selling in terms of revenue?
No, I don't. I don't at this moment. I think it's too early to put targets. Some of the things you just have to do and see how it works and then modify. And it wouldn't be responsible of me to say, okay, I have to sell like this. Omni Channel is not about, Omni Channel, I think, this is an argument we have within the company. Omni Channel, you should not push saying we have to sell X online and Y offline. It's how much you sell altogether. Okay? So this is a big mistake of big companies. You're nodding because it is a big mistake. They're giving this like, listen, we have 3,000 shops. This is, habits of going down the street and turning to the right and there is a shop there. I'm not going to kill that habit. Why should I spend resources on killing that habit and buy from my online shop? But if the user changes and he decides that he no longer wants to go out, get dressed, find a parking place, and use, then I will give him the best experience, but I will not push anything. I should not push anyone to do anything. I just need to
I
be
agree
there.
with you, that Omni Channel is about the convenience for consumer, but from the business perspective, you want to maximize the best converting channel.
I am maximizing. I'm doing everything I can to give the best experience online and offline, and I don't care if they buy online or offline.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
I have one question for you as well. So if you compare the online conversion rate with the people that really go to the shop, do you have an idea what the okay.
I don't. I can ask, but I never asked, to tell you the truth.
Because I'm curious, maybe that more people walk into a shop and easily walk out than if they really go online, but I was just curious. If
I know one data, that the conversion rates in the shops got a lot higher because we have a lot less visitors in the shops.
Yeah.
So only people who are wanting are going to the shops right now. Before the pandemic, it was a fun thing to do. I mean, maybe you didn't want the new television, but you saw something very nice, you got in, you looked, maybe I want that one day. You barely do that today. Maybe it'll come back. So conversion rates within the physical shops really got higher these days.
Is there one more question? Yeah,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
You mentioned that you were kind of joining the company on the kind of beginning of this transformation.
Yeah.
And I see this transformation being really digital and targeting the online user.
Actually, the transformation is holistic. It's omni-channel, so it's within the shops and online. So I'm giving the online perspective as being head of digital strategy and marketing. So.
Okay, great. Thanks for clarifying. But I do still think that you needed, at the beginning of this journey, maybe different or additional talent to make this journey happen. So how did you set up your company, and how did you maybe educate the people that were already there? Or did you hire specific talent to make this transition happen?
Great question. I can give an hour answer or another presentation about that, which I do have. What we did is a dilution. We know a lot about dilution in banking or in finance, right? So dilution is bringing new talents and connecting them with the older talents within the company. So you cannot expect, okay, this is a very difficult thing to do. So I really don't know if I can explain how we did it all over, because it's like a huge process. So they brought people like me. I wasn't living in Turkey even. And they brought other professionals, and we had an Omni Channel group that worked like an octopus. They did not leave their current jobs, but they were part of this thing, because one of the most difficult things, and I talk about it a lot, is what happens to companies. I'm sure there are a lot of people here from CX departments. And what you're trying to say in CX departments, let's kill the silos. But a CX department is another silo. It's like creating one more silo so we didn't work like that. We did it like in an octopus thing. But again, it really requires a lot more time to explain the whole process.
Yeah, thanks. I just wanted to highlight that, because often, before they changed, they hired a lot of talent for specific reasons. And instead of educating your talent, which they thought were so talented to hire in the first place, they kind of hire, I don't want to say that you were a bunch of new people, but they hire a bunch of new people that maybe didn't contribute to building up the organization.
I can tell you that I started in 2016 with 4 people. Today I have 25. Some within the company, some new. And I think we're teaching everybody. As we grow, we're teaching I mean, there is also a huge resistance, don't forget. I mean, people who are coming later with a digital background will always suffer within huge corporates, and I feel it on a daily basis. But then again, it's my job to convert these people to my world, and this is why dilution works. So, I hope.
Thank you, and thanks a lot. I found it very interesting. Oh, there's one more online question.
Yeah, just quickly.
Oh, sorry.
again, there's a chat going on amongst themselves, but the question is, have you looked into this from a after-sales perspective, like support remotely, all those things? Any developments on that side?
Well, I actually told it in the beginning. After sales is, I think, is the best job we've done so far. I did not bring it here because it really requires a whole session about after sales, and I promise that I will do it next year, if you'll wait with me. So it's all about self-service. You can do anything you want. And we are very careful with chatbots and stuff. People tend not to like chatbots, by the way. It's like it's very similar to call, because it's like a dead end usually. So you should give your consumer everything in your possibility to solve their problems online, and think about everything you can. And you know what, we're talking about loyalty, guys. And yesterday somebody talked about, ladies, they spoke about loyalty, and there is no loyalty. It's either you have great customer service and you really care about your customer, or that's it. Nothing you will give as a price, nothing you would do different than giving like the great customer service will help anyone to come again. Never. So this is something that we really, really worked on, and I would love to show it, but really no time for that.
Okay, thank you.
I just said we have 1.5 million users on a monthly basis coming, visiting our online help areas, tools, features, whatever you want to call it. In Turkey alone, yeah?
Thanks a lot. Really well done.